What is up, family? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm so glad that you are here today because in this lesson, we're going to address something that all of us encounter. And this is real talk, family. We're going to be very transparent on this video right here. We all encounter setbacks, right? Even as we work to renew our minds, there are moments when life brings unexpected challenges. So, whether it's our plans get delayed, or maybe a door closes that we thought would be open, or maybe sometimes we feel like we've taken one step forward and we've been knocked back two steps. But I want to reassure you, setbacks don't derail God's purpose and plan for your life, but instead, it gives you the chance to grow deeper in faith and in resilience. So if we look at Isaiah chapter 43, verse 2, it says, "When you pass through waters, I will be with you." So no matter what issue, what problem happens, he will be with you. But he says, when you pass through rivers, which is something that's a little more local, right? They will not sweep over you. So no matter what, God is saying, listen, that doesn't mean you won't face difficulties. He's just saying he will be right there with you while you're in them. And in Psalms chapter 40, verses 1 through 3, we see the reminder where it says, "I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry." When we encounter delays, we may need to wait, but God is still faithful. So, how do we respond when setbacks arise? You know, I want to give an example of what just happened to me. This is my 14th time recording this, right? Now, it can become very overwhelming because I want to remind you that whenever I'm setting these videos up, it takes a while. I was supposed to be finished an hour ago. And I'm like, God, why can't I get this the way that, I want it, the way that can help people and encourage them and help push them forward. And it was like I was getting discouraged because of the fact is I wanted to do great for this video. But I had to remind myself there are things that I do when I'm trying to not only remind myself that God has a purpose and a plan for me, but there are things that I do just to help me kind of recenter myself, right? So one of the first things I do is I take a step back and I take a deep breath. Because when a setback happens, it's natural to feel disappointed it's natural to even feel fear. But I want you to pause for that moment and ask yourself, what is God teaching you in this season? Sometimes he's building the patience that you need. And other times he's refining your vision. But every challenge is a chance for you to grow. We are reminded in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6, to trust in the Lord with all our hearts and lean not to our own understanding, but in all of our ways acknowledge him, and he will direct our paths. So even if you don't understand the delay, trust that God is leading you. So let's try a new mindset practice this week. Instead of focusing on the outcome, I want you to visualize yourself stepping into the person God is forming in you. Marvin Sapp said it best when he said he saw the best in me when everyone all around me could only see the worst in me. Listen, God is seeing you at your future self. So take that step back and pause and say, okay, God, what are you trying to build inside of me? Or how are you trying to even refine what you're doing? Picture yourself a year from now, strong in faith, resilient in hope, and trusting God no matter what. Ask him, what kind of character are you building in me through this waiting? And as you see that vision, let it give you the strength to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Your exercise this week is simply spend 5 minutes every morning sitting in stillness, having that quiet time. So that's after the 10 minutes of affirmations and praying and talking to God, we are going to take now a 5 minutes just to sit still. Ask God, God, where are you leading me in this delay? And don't rush the answers. If it takes more than 5 minutes, allow God to speak to you. Just listen. Then each evening, write down one small way you saw the hand of God at work in your life, even if it was a tiny one. These small reminders will keep you anchored in hope. So remember, setbacks don't stop God's plan. They often move us closer to his best. Stay steady, keep trusting in God, and know that your resilience today is shaping your breakthrough tomorrow. So, in the next lesson, we'll talk about cultivating peace while in the waiting season, so you can rest while God moves on your behalf. And you don't have to worry. You don't have to doubt. You don't have to worry if it will all work out, because God is doing great and mighty works in your season. Now, as I've always said before, if you change your mind, you'll change your life. Lady Queen, out.